Hey everyone, welcome back. So the Mueller report has been completed and it has been handed to William Barr, and he has already released a summary of what he surmised and what he came to the conclusion, and has delivered it with the information. Now, a lot of people are probably, I bet you it's really got a lot of mixed reactions. I've read the report or the summary. I've read the summary of it, and it pretty much says the big news is that yes, Russia has interfered with the 2016 election. That is absolute. No, Trump did not collude or conspire with Russia to undermine our government and to win an election. Now, Russia has tried. He said they tried quite often to do it, but for some reason, Trump's team just couldn't make it happen. And in that way, that bumbling probably that they exhibited with their inexperience has probably be the one things that has saved Trump and his family from this particular thing of conspiracy. He and Trump, I know, has already tweeted that he has been exonerated. In that area, yes. In obstruction of justice, no, he has not been. Obstruction of justice, the Robert Mueller has concluded they didn't conclude that he did, meaning that they don't have enough evidence to make a surefire case that will stick in the courts of obstruction of justice, because if we go into the actual laws and stuff about it, you have to really establish corruption and intent to obstruct. And Trump is probably, they could probably lose that case if they call for mental health or mental illness. That would get him off, and so they can't actually. Probably they don't feel like they have a surefire case against him, so they chose not to pursue, and they leave it, but it doesn't exonerate him. That was the actual words, that even though they will not pursue obstruction of justice, they did not exonerate him. So they don't have enough evidence to say it, but they won't exonerate him. And they're leaving it up to the Department of Justice, which was Rod Rosenstein and William Barr, and so far in this report, the summary report, that he says they're not going to pursue. So where does this lead us? What does it do? The report actually has not been released yet. So what we want to do is I want to kind of see where things are going to go from here. Okay, I want to know. My feeling is that even though I think the Mueller report, the Mueller investigation has been successful, they did find the information they needed to find. They found out absolutely Russia did interfere in an election, and they did it in two ways. They did it through propaganda, and they also did it through hacking. Trump and his people around him, whether or not they colluded or not, they said they just don't have the conspiracy to undermine the government. What they probably showed was a guy who's trying to enrich themselves, trying to make, position himself to make himself better, to enrich himself money-wise, project-wise, So everything that Trump is doing is very self-absorbed, is very narcissistic. It's very all for himself, regardless of whether or not it hurts the country. Pretty much, I probably say, it's not illegal to want to do business with other countries. It's just the way he goes about it is just really gross and rude, and it's horrible, and it hurts people, and he's got other issues, but at least in this area, we know where this area is. Now, what Robert Mueller also was given free lateral, he goes, if he found crimes, to be able to pursue those as well, and he did by sending it out to the districts and to the court systems that need that information, the people who investigate those areas where it lies in their jurisdiction. So he sent those out. So Trump's problems are far from over. And even though this particular one may be done and said. We can get off the, did he collude or not? We know he probably, that Russia tried. And, and that kind of says something when Russia tries to collude or to conspire with the Trump organization, and they just keep making missteps and they can't make anything stick. So Russia probably even had just as much as we're having troubles. They couldn't even make it happen. So I think that says a lot. Okay, so let's look into where this report is going. Will it become public? When will he do it? I mean, is he going to hide anything? What is he going to do? I have to get into a clear train of thought. I mean, I tried reading it a little bit before, and I was probably not clear in my message, and it just came out really weird, meaning that it made no sense to me. So, all right. So what we need to know is, where does the report go from here? What is he going to do? Okay. Where is it going to go? When will it come out? Will everything come out? Okay. Or will people forget? And he's banking on people forgetting. I hope people don't forget. We need to get, our attention span needs to grow a little longer. All right. Let us see. Where is this report? Where is it going to go? What is it all going to be revealed? Because we know Congress voted on it to release the whole thing. I think Mitch McConnell and everybody, I think everybody is really interested in seeing what the report is. Because it's actually important. This is about another country trying to get into our stuff. We'll be okay. I'm pretty sure of that. I feel that. Okay, ready? So let us find out, where was this report? Where is it going to go? And what's going to happen? All right. I'm just going to do a cross. I think that might, because that's going to stay closer to the present versus past, present, challenges, future. Let's just kind of see where that goes. All right. So we are at a new beginning. This is the Ace of Cups. This is a completely new. So the report is now in William Barr's hands. And if you go into my old reading, this was the Mueller report. This is the Ace of Cups. This is the cup. This is the information being handed over. So he has the information now. That's what this is. That's the Ace of Cups. It's that new beginning. It's now in his hands. Where is he going to take it? The challenge will be the truth. The challenge will be putting out the truth. It's about speaking the truth, okay? This is also the justice system with the swords. When you're dealing with the kings and the queens, we deal with a lot of the justice, with the sword of truth, the truth of the matter, okay? This is a very thoughtful, she's very outspoken. So this is, and in my past readings, this was also witnesses. So this also could be very much that, the Congress is also now investigating into Trump. So like I said, Trump's little problems are not over with. But we're going to be dealing with the challenges of the truth. So there might be some issues with bringing the full truth out. So I am kind of getting the feeling that the summary report is not telling the full truth. The whole truth is not in that summary report. So it's going to need to come out. Okay. So we have the past, which is the Page of Wands. This is the new adventures. This is the new undertaking. This is the new active energy. So this is everybody looking for it, very excited about receiving the report. Okay. It's a very fiery energy. Everybody's very anxious and anxiety. So we are looking at the report in the past of people anticipating it. Okay. So let's put that there and let's look at what's beneath. This is the Two of Wands, the choice card. These are the choices. So we have William Barr, who has written within the summary that him and Rod Rosenstein has discussed about it, about the obstruction of justice charges and about whether or not, to pursue any legal actions against Trump for obstruction of justice. They said they are not taking any actions at this time. The other thing is that when he discussed about releasing the information because it was very important, and he knows the heavy interest of the parties, he says that he is going to consult with the special counsel's teams on determining what can and cannot be released and getting that information out. So we have choices here, and we also have the discussing the matters of what to do, okay, of what comes out and what does not come out. Even though Congress has issued they have voted on that they want the full report released, okay? But like I said, there's a challenge here of getting the truth out. It really seems like there might be some things held back, okay? And when I say this, I'm saying there might be some things that are held back that could be disclosed. So we might be sitting in that situation, but there's definitely going to be some information that cannot be released because protocols and because of the sensitivity of the information. That stuff won't be able to be released, but there might be some stuff that might. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, the future. Choices. Okay, so this is the choices card. And this is the thoughts card. This is the illusions card. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of also telling me right now there's going to be information that's not going to be released, that could be released. Okay, because that's what this delusions is. And this is the challenge of disclosing the entire truth. There is information that they will not be able to, but there is some information that they could release that they won't release. I don't like that. William just should release what he can release. All right, let's moving forward. Let's see where it goes. What's above the situation? Another 2. Okay. So this is the crossroads card. This is sitting at a crossroads. How do you move forward? How do you deal with things? This could be them blocking the information. Okay, so now I got another blocking card. Okay, so we have challenges with the truth. We have illusions, delusions, and we have a block. We have decisions down here underneath and decisions up here, but it is also I'm trying to figure out what to go forward. There's some blocking. There's also this blindfold thing. So it's like not really fully knowing which way to go forward, how to move forward. So there is some stuff still in this report that they are not sure what to do with and how to handle that information. Okay. Well, let's see where the outcome comes in. All right, let's see how they see themselves now, with this report. Death. Okay. This is William Barr. So we're back again into the old William Barr reading. When I did that reading, he showed up as death. He is the judge and executioner. So here it is again with the report in William Barr's hands. It looks like there's going to be some challenges, that there's some information that's not going to be coming out that could be coming out. And he sees himself as the judge and executioner. So that's how they view themselves now, right? So here we are. He's in control of the information. He has the report. Huh. All right. So there's going to be some I think there might be some battles to get this information out. Okay. What does the environment now look like? The environment now is trying to get away with things. This is the 7 of Swords. This is the stealing, the sneaking, the getting away with things. This can sometimes also be referred to as picking up your swords and going your own way. The environment, it sure feels like, when I'm looking at this particular one with the death beneath, there are some people, they're trying to get away with something. They're trying to get away with not putting out the full report. I don't like that. Okay. All right, let's move on. What is the hopes and fears? The government, the Hierophant. Okay, the hopes and fears is the government. The hopes is that the government will do the right thing. The fear is that they're not going to do the right thing. To have faith. We have faith in the system too. Do we have faith in the system, or are we going to lose our faith in the system? So we have a very ambiguous card right here. Considering the fact that all of this is telling me there's some information being withheld, and William Barr is the guy who's going to withhold. And we have some sneaking and getting away with things right now. So there's people getting away with things right now. So in other words, there's some information in this report, and people are going to get away with it, but we'll see where it goes. Okay, final outcome here. Money, the Page of Coins. So new opportunity, new money is coming forward. New opportunity and new money. All right, so, we also have, the Page of Coins could also be, the apprentice. They're studying something new, and it would be with the report as being new. So something new is coming along. All right. But there could be money involved, because that's the money. That is one of the money cards, new money. So new money for whom? Okay, moving on. And another 2. It's a balancing card. Okay. So we have the balancing card, and this is manipulation. So we have some manipulation happening in here. All right. And my last card. Page of Swords. So Page of Swords is, some delivery of something, but it's also could be a battle card. That means if they get they're impulsive, they could swipe, they could get their feelings hurt very easily. So there's going to be some battles going on, the 2 daggers. So there's going to be some fighting. Okay, so there's going to be some fighting to get this report out. All right. It looks like there's going to be some battles. Look at how many 2s are here. I have 1, 2, 3 2s. And then you also have this Page of Swords that holds 2 daggers. So it's kind of telling me that we're going to have to fight to get the report. The report is, he will release what he feels is necessary, William Barr. He will release what he feels is necessary. But it's not going to be everything. Interesting. All right. Well, the report, there's going to be something going on. And in other words, you know what? There could be a couple things happening here. It could be that, Congress voted for the entire report to be published. Okay. They voted for it. And he is going to fight it, because he's going to feel like not everything can be released. He's going to choose what can and cannot be released in conjunction with who he is discussing it with, which would be the special counsel's office. So they will release whatever they deem necessary to release, but the challenge is getting the whole truth. So there could be some delusions, there's some blockage going on, so something's going to get blocked, but there's some feelings of people getting away with stuff. Okay, because this could be that people feel that Trump is getting away with it. Okay, so that is the mood for right now. They could feel like Trump is getting away with it. So I absolutely think that that's what that is. And there could be some of that. But there's a new beginning with the page, but there could also be some new money in here, some new opportunities, something new. But then you have the balancing card here, which is the balancing card, but it's also manipulation, which would lead to some fighting with the Page of Swords. So there's going to be some battles to get this report out, whatever is in it. There's some information in there that we want, but and I think the thing is that people think that's in the report. There's more information about Trump. They feel like he's getting away with stuff. All right, he's getting away with whatever he did. So they don't believe what Barr has said. Okay, people do not believe it. But let me just tell you, Trump's problem's not over. And if you go way back to one of my readings, where I talked about Trump, and then I thought he was doing something nefarious, but he didn't, and it showed that it was narcissistic. It was all this crazy stuff, and and then at the end, it came out that Mueller was not the thing he should be most worried about. It's New York. And I think since Mueller has already farmed out all of that, that's not the stuff. But people are still going to be angry about it. People are still angry because they still see Trump getting away with things, especially like the obstruction of justice. I mean, Mueller, pretty much his report said that, you know what, they don't have enough evidence to prosecute them, but it doesn't exonerate Trump, meaning that he did do it, but it's up to the Department of Justice to determine what to do with that information. And then when William Barr said, "Oh, we're not going to proceed with it, with any sort of, prosecution of it," this is why people feel that Trump's getting away with murder, right? So, all right. I think this is where that is. And I believe that it's going to be a fight to get the report out. It really feels like there's some blocking energy in here that's just going to block it. And it feels like William Barr is the person that will be blocking. So, all right. Well, maybe the energy will change eventually, and then we'll see it move forward, and maybe we'll see this energy unblock and then move forward. So let's hope. All right. I hope you enjoy this reading. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.